Looking for some experiments to get them thinking about science? Look no further. Hello, my name is Mel, and you're watching Growing Together. So, today is another episode of my 5 activities to do with your children. This time we're talking about science. Activities to get them thinking about science and just to have some fun as well. So the first one that I want to talk to you about is the water walking science experiment. This one's pretty straightforward. All you need are a few cups. Fill the cups about halfway with water. Pop in some different coloured food colouring in each of the cups. And then you need to grab some kitchen towel, paper towel, roll them up and place them so that one end sits in one cup and the other end sits in the other cup. The water will slowly be absorbed by the paper towel and walk up the paper towel and into the next cup. So you get to see the colours walking up and then each bit of water in the cup changing colour as the new coloured water is added. Such a fun experiment to do with your children. They will really enjoy watching the colour changes, and you can talk about absorption, talk about gravity and how absorption helps to overcome that gravity, and talk about colour mixing. Really, really fun and some good scientific conversation. In keeping with the colour experiments, the next one I want to talk to you about is changing the colour of some flowers or cabbage or celery. This one's an old one, so most people have probably seen this one. When I was a kid, it was all about the celery, but if you get like a white carnation or something like that, you can do it with the flowers. Also, something like cabbage will show it up really well. Cabbage is probably a bit better than celery because it's a lighter colour if you get a white cabbage. So what you do is you basically stick the end of the celery stalk or the cabbage stalk or the stem of the flower into some coloured water. If you want to be really tricky, you could cut the end of the stalk into quarters and then have 4 different containers with different coloured water and put the 4 quarters of the stem into the different colours. And what happens, as I'm sure you know, is the coloured water is pulled up by the veins in the celery or whatever it might be, changes the colour of the leaves because the water is pulled up and then absorbed by the plant, and then the colour that is in the water dyes the leaves that colour. It's really fun if you do it with, like I said, cutting the end and putting each bit into a different coloured bit of water, because then the end of the leaves or the flower goes different multicoloured, which is so cool. I personally love this experiment. I haven't done it with flowers, but it's definitely on my radar to do that. White carnation is best because the white really absorbs the different colours. So that's a really fun one as well. And that way you get to talk about how plants drink water and photosynthesize, which is a great science explanation for them. Keeping with the concept of talking about water and water cycles, there's a really, I apologise, that is my cat going nutso. There's a really fun experiment that you can do where you look at how the water cycle works. And what you need for that is a glass half full of water again, fill the top up with shaving cream, and then you want to get those little pipettes or water droppers and fill those up with coloured water, and then just slowly push the coloured water into the shaving cream. And as the shaving cream gets more and more full, eventually it will run out of space, it won't be able to absorb anymore, and then the water will start seeping out, the coloured water will start seeping out into the water in the cup, and it looks like rain in the cup. So kids get to see how the cycle works because the shaving cream gets filled up with water like clouds do, and then as they get more full, they start to rain. So that's a really great one and opens up so many conversations around water cycles, around absorption, around gravity. Really great conversation starter, that one. Another really great conversation starter, which I'm pretty sure you've probably all seen because it went viral at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, and that is the pepper in the water one. This is a great one to talk about germs and the importance of using soap to combat germs. Basically what you need with that one is some kind of small shallow bowl filled with water, and then you sprinkle pepper around on the water, and the surface tension of the water makes the pepper float. Then dip your finger in to the pepper, pull it out again. What will happen is the pepper will stick to your finger. If you then put on your other finger a little bit of soap or laundry detergent or kitchen detergent, just a little tiny bit, dip that into the same water with the pepper, and the pepper will run away basically from the soap. It gets pushed out to the edges. It's a really great way of talking about the importance of washing your hands and how soap chemically reacts and affects germs. Plus, it's a really fun thing to do and really cool to look at. My final science fun activity is one that is either known as oblek or more commonly here in Tasmania, just as goop. It's actually really, really easy to make. All you need is cornstarch and water, and if you want to, food colouring. It's really interesting and fun though because it's a very odd experience playing with it, because you can pour it like a liquid, but then any amount of pressure that you put on it will harden it up. So if you just move it around in a container, it moves like liquid, but as soon as the kids start squishing it, it gets hard. It's really, really fun and really strange, and kids love it. Like I said, it's really, really easy to make. I'm going to put all of the directions for all of these experiments in the description below, so please go ahead and have a look at those if you want to know more or go through it again. If you have any other ideas of different fun science experiments that you can do with your kids to get them talking and thinking about science, please comment below and let me know. I'd love to talk with you about that. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you later.